Jerome Span. Of course, I'm here to tell you about our sponsor today. And our sponsor is, of course, and will forever be long-standing. Hey, mind you, he don't give me no money, but this is my man's. I got to hold him down. It is Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, Swopes is out here trying to change lives. He's trying to help get these young athletes into college each and every week. Every day he dedicates a lot of time to this. This man has a serious passion for helping others further their education and further their lives in with a lot of great ways. They are on Facebook. Make sure you look up Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Swopes is spelled S-W-O-P-E-S. It is ran by Mr. Nathaniel Swopes Jr. He is the man in Houston, if y'all don't know. Yes, make sure you go check him out if you're trying to get your kid into school, or hell, if you're even a kid here that's thinking about going into school and you want to try and keep playing, keep your athletic career going, make sure you go check out Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. He is the man that is going to help you keep that dream going. So make sure you follow them on Facebook, and you can get right a hold of Mr. Swopes there. He will help you get into college and keep your dream going for continuing to play your sports. So again, people, Swopes Athletic Recruiting and Scouting. Check it out now. Help change some kid around you that you know's future, or hell, even your future.
Yeah, Enigma in the house. My man J Span, Titan Studios. It's called From the Heart. Keeping it real is what all the song's about. Never selling your soul. Always staying true to yourself. Alright, yeah. Check it out. Money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you're gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you're gonna spit it from the start. Man, money, cars, but we'll never get you far unless you're gonna spit it from the heart. Yeah, money.
And welcome back to your favorite weekly sports show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is ITC Sportsball, and I am your man, Jerome Span. Of course, the prettiest face on ITC. Don't you forget it, baby. The mind is willing, but the flesh is weak. Of course, we've got the sports ball crew in the building here, minus our man Daryl, of course, because his Lord and Savior Jeffrey Bezos has got his schedule a little bit weird right now. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, might as well get to them intros. We have got that originator of this whole ITC thing. Some of y'all call him Pop. I know him as the Ace. If you get in his face, you will put you in your place. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, he is that man, Terrell Campbell.
Looking like a reject Ninja Turtle right now, but
well, slap me around and call me Susan, okay? That's right. It's time to get this. Hey, Blank Man is back in the building, and that's right. Come on, let's do this.
And of course, we've got ITC's resident hot take spitter, the man who rips like Dylan spits. He is the modern day Ali on the microphone. When he steps into your home, all your ladies is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, he is that man.
Hey, you know it's your boy Mace here, ready to go with the hot takes. Let's get it.
And of course, we're back. I know y'all missed us. Hope y'all had a good Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We made sure we gave you some of that holiday cheer before we got everything going. If you don't remember, last show, we did drop a top 5 holiday movies, so make sure you go back and check it. Everybody's list is kind of spicy. I just want to say right now, we all believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie, no matter what you guys try to say. But to not get us distracted here, because I could easily talk about Die Hard forever being a Christmas movie. Speaking of Christmas, we all know every year on Christmas, NBA decides to give us some spicy offerings every year. So that being said, I have to ask up top, gentlemen, whose performance were you most impressed by on Christmas?
I would have to say, more so entertained the LA Golden State game, because I don't know how many more times we're going to see LeBron and Steph be that good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a little LeBron's a little longer in the tooth than Steph is, but at the same time, bro, all of our favorite players are 3 to 5 years away from retirement. So I mean, we're not gonna get that much more often. I'm just I enjoyed the ride. Like I said, we was hooping on Christmas. I don't believe in watching football on Christmas, and if you look at those games, they were not very good. So
Boo. That's what they were.
yeah, we hooped on Christmas, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. But the best performance, to get back to the actual question, easily Wemby. Easy. 40 and 20 to start the day off? Come on, man. That's easily the best performance.
All right, T. T, what about you? Who did you feel had the spiciest performance on Christmas there, sir?
All right, so I have to be completely honest. In the Campbell household, when there's football on, there's football on. So therefore, Pop Campbell was watching football on Christmas, and like I say, we was watching the football games. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wasn't watching basketball games. We was watching the football games. So I can't weigh in entirely on this one. But I will say what Mason's saying is correct though. With LeBron and Steph playing at the levels they playing at, we don't have much time left with these two. I want to say juggernauts of the game. Being on top of that mountain, because hey. There's a reason why they say Father Time is undefeated, and soon enough we're gonna find out that's an absolute truth, because LeBron's gonna have to step away, Steph's gonna have to step away, and I think when they're gone from the game, there will be a giant hole in the game. But I didn't watch NBA. Let's say in the Campbell household, we watch football on Christmas when there's football on.
All I'm hearing, Mace, is sacrilege out of Terrell's mouth right now. I'm just hearing pure, whole, entitled sacrilege.
I don't know what else I got. I don't know how much longer I got to tell you. We hoop on Christmas, and we out there on the gridiron and Thanksgiving.
Once again,
I don't know who is trying to change these traditions. But whoever it is, I hope you stub your big toe from now till forever for trying to push this football on Christmas on us. I hope your big toe on your left side and your pinky toe on your right side is forever jammed from this day forward, because ain't no way I'm not hooping on Christmas.
Preach, Brother Felder, preach. Yeah, I listen. I love your dad, T. I'm gonna have to tell him when I see him, how dare him not have on basketball on Christmas. That is the way things are supposed to be. What is he out here doing?
And you know the exact response. You know the exact response he's gonna give you. It's like, you pay my bills. Don't tell me what.
But I'm gonna tell him you okay with the NFL giving you that pitiful offering instead of taking the magnificent glory that the NBA gave us on Christmas? Nah, brother.
And
he's messing up.
He'll say yes.
He's messing up.
The Chiefs were in the third game in 11 days. Houston had just lost Tank Dell to his knee exploded, and you saw, bro. We saw CJ Stroud crying on the sideline, bro. He wasn't in the right mental space to play another game 4 or 5 days later. Come on, man.
I mean, we know CJ Stroud was out there listening to Mario's crying out for me, for his boy Tank Dell, after that game.
Listen, bro, I'm just saying, dog, like, everything about that just did not see. I mean, even the players didn't want to play on Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, let's say we heard media reports saying nobody wants to play.
Without outwardly saying the NFL is stupid for making us play on Christmas, Lamar Jackson essentially said they are stupid for making us play on Christmas. Mm.
Well, hey, look, I mean, we talked about it. I don't want to get too far into it, but hey, look, to answer the question, because I know I put the question out there, right? it was without a doubt Wemby. Wemby was like, he came onto the court and said, "Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove." He was like, "Hey, Christmas, this is my day." I've been watching LeBron and KD and the Greek Freak and Steph. All these boys do it for years. He said, "This is my turn, baby." And look, that was a hell of a performance by him.
Hey,
That's
this is the last time. This is the last time in Wemby's career that he will be the first game on Christmas. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah, I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, I don't think he'll be the first game on Christmas anymore. He'll most definitely probably be that either that mid-afternoon game like that 3:00 one, or he gonna be the 7:00 game for sure. Because boy, that man was out there balling. And Mace, and to go back to the offseason, we talked about this when they got Chris Paul. One of the things we said was Wemby should be going crazy this year because now he has an adult in the room with him. And we know Chris Paul, he will yell at you if you ain't doing stuff right. And don't no grown man like getting yelled at like that. And because look, most of the time, if another grown man yelling at another grown man, right, he's going to most definitely have something to say to the coach. Like, "Coach, you gonna get this man?" No, bro, because Popovich just gonna look at that man like, "Hey, man, he telling you the right thing. You better do what he's telling you. You better listen." So Wemby has been balling. He has been a pleasure to watch. I can't wait to go see this man. I go see him in like almost 7 days, 7, 8 days, something like that. That's going to be a fun time watching Victor Wembanyama, let me tell you. Because last year, Mace, it was Victor and a bunch of these niggas was out here trying to act like people paid to come see them. Ain't nobody paid to come see y'all.
I told you, bro. It was weird. Like his rookie season was kind of weird because he would play and then sit for a long time, and then Papa put him back in. You know what I'm saying? Like they were really like kind of managing his minutes, but now it's like, yeah, bro, do what you got to do out there. My man shooting 30-footers, all that.
I gotta go back to this. Hold on.
I gave you a little spill while you was in the middle of the monologue, bro.
I just gotta go back to this. I know once she saw it. Yes, it did it for you. We did it for you, Jaboy. We did it for you, brother. Appreciate you being there. But yeah, all right. So beyond Wemby though, Mace, who else did you feel had a performance worth noting off of Christmas?
Performance worth noting. I would say worth noting, but maybe not in the right context or in a good light. I would say would be Joel Embiid. You could definitely tell, man. Watching him on Christmas, you could definitely tell his days are numbered, bro. If he don't get that knee together, in my personal opinion, I'm pretty sure his knee just like completely done for at this point. They holding that thing together with a hope and a dream at this point because he don't look the same, and I don't think he'll ever be the same again, man. It's a noteworthy performance, but not for the right reasons, man. It's pretty much the Christmas Day game gave everybody, I guess, that doesn't really see them play all the time, lets them understand why he sits out so much. Because if you saw him, bro, it was pretty. You pretty much held your breath every time he got the ball and planted off that left leg.
Look, man, I'm going to say this. I think I have to agree with you wholeheartedly there on the Joel Embiid conversation. Look, Joel, you know I love the guy, right? You know I like how he gets down. I think he's pretty funny. He gets the entertainment value part of being a professional athlete, right? But brother, you are right. I look, him and Kawhi Leonard, do y'all even have knees that can sustain playing NBA basketball at this point? I have real questions on if that is something that is even the case at this point. Because look, man, Joel, we know when he's out there and he's right, you can't stop him. He's one of those guys where it's like, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain what he does, right? But he does not look the same. And I think mentally you can even see some of the frustration with now look, I want to preface this. Him getting tossed out of that game by that referee and the calls that the referee made were nonsense. They were terrible, terrible calls. But why are you losing your mind that bad over one call, brother? Like something else has got to be going on, because he knows at this point, Mace, this isn't first year, second year into the league, Joel Embiid. This is you a veteran at this point, Nikki. You know how these referees operate. So what are we even doing? Why are you arguing with them to get yourself thrown out the game? Now causing your team to be in a bad position and not have to play with you on the floor. That's crazy. So I think you're right, Mace. It's one of those things for sure that, I don't know how it's going to shake out for him at this point with that knee. I do just want to give a special shout out, though, to Ant-Man for coming on Christmas prepared to play, okay? Because a lot of people came out there and was ready to play. All the quote-unquote superstars came to play on Christmas, including our man Ant-Man. So holla, good for you, Ant-Man and Wemby. I get the feeling next Christmas we might be seeing Ant-Man and Wemby as the premier game, so they can start moving on from all these old dudes.
The last little caveat about Kawhi before we switch topics. I think he's supposed to make his NBA debut
the 4th
within the week,
January
I believe. 4th? Yeah, within the week, I believe. So we'll see how long that lasts. Are we over under 20 games? Do we want to make a bet right now? Over under 20?
What are you taking, the over or the under?
I'm taking the over.
I'm gonna take the under. I'm taking the
over. I'm taking the over, but I don't think he's gonna be around if they end up making the playoffs.
Yeah, I don't see it, man. I don't see it. I just don't. You know, I love Kawhi, right? You know I do. I've thoroughly enjoyed, especially watching his development, right? And seeing how he has become so much better. He's just not that great, man. He's just not that great. Weezy says here, this is a great question here. And before we move on from basketball, I might as well ask it. Weezy is asking, is Ant-Man the face of the league afterwards? Or who do you guys think is going to be? Essentially, he put up a couple of guys that there could be Tatum, Ja Morant, or Jokic. Who do you guys feel will be that next guy? Like, call it now. I know it's early. I know these old dudes are still playing, right? So we don't necessarily know who it's going to be at this point. But if you had to pick your guy to say this is going to be the next face of the league, who is it?
Tyrese Halliburton.
Before the suspension, I would have said Ja. Easy, without a doubt. Before the suspension.
Mm-hmm.
But now, it's got to be Ant-Man. Honestly, bro, I don't think Jason Tatum is that charismatic. Nobody. Tatum not that charismatic, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it can be him. So it's got to be Ant. It's got to be Ant. I don't know. Did y'all watch that? What is the starting five? Doc last season on Netflix.
Yes, sir.
I haven't gotten to it yet.
It's easily Ant. It's easily Ant.
I say I gotta go. Like I say, because if it's not Ant-Man, it's gonna be Halliburton. Like those are the only two guys I can actually see.
Halliburton don't seem that charismatic either, bro.
But see, that's the thing. Like if you see him in the right context, like say, because I've seen a lot of stuff where he's behind the scenes and he's letting his personality really come out. If you see that version of that man, he's super charismatic, and he is somebody that you can actually be like, okay, we can build around this guy. This guy is definitely going to be somebody that we can push out to the public, that the entire world is going to be, oh man, we really like this guy. Like, trust me.
I feel you on that, but if people don't see his personality take over on the court, I don't think we'll get that far.
Hey, look, Weezy, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought this nigga was trolling us too. When he said Halliburton, nigga, I think y'all saw my face. I was like, nigga, what? Time out. Hold on. Halliburton? I didn't expect that. Like, that threw me for a loop. Obviously, y'all know I think it's Ant-Man, but that's the easy answer. If I had to pick somebody outside of Ant-Man, yeah, I agree with you on the Ja Morant stance, Mace. I for sure I do. Man. Dang, it'd be Wemby. It'd be Wemby. If it's not Ant-Man, it's gonna be Wemby. Cause like Wemby has personality too. I don't know if y'all been peeping, but like everywhere he goes, he's out here doing like YouTube videos and stuff all day. So he's got personality. He's got the flair to his game that makes you want to go watch him. Like it's wild. So I think for me, it would probably be Victor Wembanyama. Yeah,
I'm reluctant to say Wemby until they start having the team success.
Brother, they're winning games this year. What more do you want?
They're winning games this year. I know they're winning games this year, but I feel like it's going to take more than just 1 year, right? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody thought Ant-Man would be the face of the league until maybe at the end of last year, whenever they were making that long playoff run.
But Ant-Man is not Wemby, though. I love Ant-Man is my favorite player in the league right now, but Wemby is about to overtake this nigga, dog.
I give it to you, dog. But until they are on that playoff platform, you know what I'm saying, consistently, I feel like that's when he maybe become the face, because now people are forced to watch him. Because right now you still have to search out Spurs games. Mark my words. Mark my words.
They're gonna make the playoffs this year, and then people gonna see them, and then next year, them boys gonna win like 55 games. Watch. Mark my words right now.
Bro, I don't doubt it. I'm not saying that they won't. I mean, like I said, I think we both said this, that people are going to want to go to San Antonio to play with him. People are going to want to go. Yeah.
And not only
does he want to go down there and play with him.
This man be throwing oops to niggas. Like, brother, he is a 7-footer that can legitimately play like a point guard. It is wild watching him.
You saw my boy caught that thing at the elbow, made a move, and then slid a oop to somebody from the elbow, dog. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. He is legitimately the 2K player that we all used to make. That's like, that you can't guard this nigga. You can never guard him. Never. That's him. That's who Victor Wembanyama is. Look, I think he will get some votes for MVP this year. I'm going to say it now. He wins it next year. I'm going to say it now. So y'all see on December 29th, I said it, nigga. He going to win the MVP next year. Watch. Listen to me now. Believe me later, baby. I'm just telling you. All that being said,
I'm not gonna say that's not a bold statement. It's a far-reaching statement.
A third-year player winning the MVP is not a bold statement.
Before Luka, yeah.
Nigga, a third-year player.
I don't. In the way the NBA is played now, I don't think that's a bold statement.
I think you just hating.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating, bro. Like
he don't.
I'm saying that.
You see this team? He don't want to see me be great. He hating.
I'm saying that because I can see it happening.
Hey, just like my good buddy, the professor Nick Harrison always says, "Be great, okay? Don't hate. Be great."
Yeah, Mace. Yeah,
I'm saying that because I can see it happening.
And okay, what's a bold statement then? What's a bold statement, Mace? Make your bold prediction then, since you pooping all over mine. Let's hear your bold prediction, brother.
I'm saying LaMelo Ball is going to become Defensive Player of the Year.
That's a very obtainable goal for women.
You said a bold statement. I'm saying it.
Okay, come on, Mace. Let's hear your bold prediction then. What's your bold prediction? What you got?
I don't have a bold NBA prediction. I'm just saying yours is very obtainable. I don't think
Lonzo Ball will have a healthy season.
I'm just gonna act like
who will have a healthy season?
Daryl took over his soul. Just ignore it. Daryl has taken him over. Moving on.
Look how Mason's face right now is priceless. He's just like,
man, unless his knees got blessed by the waters of Lake Minnetonka, I think that man is dunzo.
All right, moving on. All right, so we saw Usyk over this last week, too, over this holiday week. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Tongue-tying myself. We saw him beat Fury again. Now, we have talked about Fury a lot on this show about his greatness overall in the scheme of things, right? Now that Usyk has came up and dominated 2 weight classes, has beaten the best at 2 weight classes, and is now the undisputed champion again, does this make him an all-time great to you guys? I gotta ask.
Obviously, I mean, look at what this man, like say, you just already said what this man has done, and you gotta think he beat Tyson Fury twice, something that Deontay Wilder couldn't do. So you mean to tell me that this has Usyk definitely in there? And mind you, Usyk is like, if you watch the post-fight press conference, he shows love to Tyson Fury. He's just like, yeah, we talk trash, but I respect that man. That man has pushed me to be better. There's no doubt in my mind that Usyk at this point in time, after everything he's done, he should definitely be talked about in that upper echelon in boxing.
Mace, how do you feel?
I definitely think he's knocking on the door, right? Like, he has a case to say I belong. But I don't know, man. I'm hesitant to say all-time great, right? I'm more on the lines of saying that you can start having the conversation to add him in the group. But I'm hesitant to just say all-time great just yet, because I don't know, it feels too soon.
Why does it feel too soon? Mace, this guy he was the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world, and now he is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. How is it too soon?
I don't know, man.
What? Okay, all right. Let me preface it this way then. You don't know. What does he have to do to not make it too soon, nigga? Because who else is there left for him to beat? Who's left?
I think that's part of the problem, right? I think for me that's part of the problem, because now that he's gotten over the Fury hurdle, right? Because I doubt there'll be a third one since he won the first 2. How many more fights can we put on his belt and say those were huge matchups, those were marquee matchups in the heavyweight division? So,
I mean, he beat Anthony Joshua twice before he beat Fury.
But I don't think we think of Anthony Joshua like that, though. Maybe at one point we did.
At one point.
But we might have been wrong.
But Usyk is part of the reason we were wrong, because he beat that man convincingly twice. Then he came out and beat Fury convincingly twice. It wasn't like it was close. He won both of those fights convincingly. How is he not an all-time great at this point?
I don't know, bro. It just doesn't seem like it's enough for me. Once I can definitively describe how I feel about him, but it just doesn't.
I think I know what Mace's issue is. I think what Mace is getting at is the fact that, I mean, with a lot of combat sports, we run through this lull period where there are no real true top stars, and when you have a guy like Usyk coming up, like say, he's gonna beat some names, but that those people that we hold in the highest regard, like say, there's not that many people, you know. Let's say Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, who else in the heavyweight? I think what Mace is looking for is some more people that the general population will look at and be like, okay, big fight for him, and this guy might beat him. I think Mace is looking for names. I think that's what he's looking for, is names and quality opponents.
We saw what happened when Fury fought Wilder. We saw that Fury made him look outclassed. And Usyk came in here and whooped this nigga, man. What more does he have to do at this point? I don't understand.
Like I said, bro, it just doesn't feel like all-time great, right? Like I get it. Like I said, you can start making his case, but I don't think he's there yet.
But Mace, I just want to ask you, let's say my assessment of the situation, like say when it comes to you, like say, am I close by or is it something?
Yeah, you're close by. It just feels to me. It feels like there needs to be a few more competition for him to run through. Because that mantle of having Tyson Fury on your mantle for two dubs definitely gets the conversation going. But I just don't think he's there yet. I feel like there needs to be more substance to the remainder of his boxing career before we say all-time great. But he's like I said, having that Tyson mantle on your shelf really gets the conversation going. But that's as far as it goes for me.
I feel like Mace woke up this morning, T, and drank a big, big cup of haterade, and it's just slowly leaking out of his system. I don't know.
I'm not hating though.
It's feeling like you're hating. Brother.
I feel like I
just want to circle back to this before we get too far away. Mace, you see what you caused? Niggas laughing because usually before Luka. Hey, you see that? Yeah, hey.
I don't think Luka. Well, to answer that question, I don't think Luka's gonna win the MVP for a while, bro. I'm sorry, dog. He'll get one. A lot of these dudes will get one.
Watching Luka play basketball is not fun. I don't care what anybody says. It's not. It is not for me. The basketball fan I am, it is not aesthetically pleasing watching him play.
Luka's only fun to watch in the last minute of the game.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Because we know he's gonna try some 35-foot step back. It's probably gonna go in because he's like 6'10". But outside of that, bro, it's
not fun. It's boring watching him play.
The clip that did y'all see the accidental basketball clip from Kobe? Like talking about people play accidental basketball now. They just run pick and roll and wait for dudes to sit in the corner. Hopefully they make a shot. He's the quintessential accidental basketball superstar right now.
You know what he is, and this I'll tell you the truth. This is why I don't like watching him play. He's just better James Harden. He's better prime James Harden. That's all that he is. People don't want to talk about it, but he's the same nigga. It's the same nigga, same exact play style. They'll do the same. If you look at all his moves, it is all what James Harden was doing when all y'all niggas was out here loving him, doing all that insurance fraud and winning the MVP. It's the same BS. That's why Luka ain't got it, because the real basketball heads, some of these niggas that vote on it, is like, nigga, I seen this before. I know what this is.
We got tricked with James Harden. We got tricked by the beard. Never again.
Not today. Not today.
Say we got tricked by the beard once, but never again.
Also, Luka need to learn how to be more friendly, I guess, because he really looked like he don't even look like he enjoyed basketball all the time. He be getting so mad all the time and all that crying, and he needs to stop all that. I can never get with a nigga that's always out here crying.
Curse words together, and he ain't been the same since.
Hey, you know what? I bet you him and Porzingis be some wild conversations, bro. If you was just sitting there listening to him as like one of their teammates, like you, Kyrie, listening to them talk, you know it's got to be super wild hearing some of their conversations. Because you got to think, Porzingis learned English through World Star, nigga. Think about that for a second. Okay?
Oh, you know Porzingis done said the word multiple times. Oh, God. There's no way.
Oh, God.
Hey, I really do feel like Kristaps said nigga before he realized that he can't say nigga, bro.
Absolutely.
Like,
somebody had to tell him when he was on that Knick team, whoa. You can't say that, brother. You can't do that. I don't know if he was his agent, maybe one of his teammates.
I feel like somebody had to let him know that he can't say nigga, bro. Because I just know this man was in practice talking about, man, somebody get this nigga, man. I know it. I know, dog.
Goodness gracious. Oh, I love it.
Oh, God.
But also over this holiday week, we had the Superman trailer drop, which actually caught me off guard. I didn't expect him to drop that until like next year, like springtime. But that being said, how y'all boys feeling about it? T, I want to start with you because see, you always are very critical of comic book movies and their presentations. How are you feeling about this?
You might want to start with Mace because I might get long-winded.
No, bro, go ahead. Nah, we here for this. Listen, the comic book specialist on this show is you, okay? And Mace is our anime specialist, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead, brother. We laying out for you.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is Nicholas Hoult looks pretty good as Lex Luthor. That's what I'm going to give props to. There's a disconnect for me with this. And it's not because of the trailer. Like, the trailer has some good stuff in it. Like, they actually ripped, for those of you who've seen the trailer, they actually ripped from the comic books the scene, like, where you see the beginning trailer and then Krypto takes Superman back to the Fortress of Solitude. That's actually from the comic books. So this ain't some BS that they're doing just for the trailer. No, that's actually from the comic books. I need to see more. Because as of right now, I'm not fully sold on this new guy being Superman yet. Because there's an aesthetic to him I'm not liking. Say in the outfit, like him as Clark Kent, he looks the part of a Clark Kent, like very much a Clark Kent. Like just the way he's like interacting with people and stuff like that, he very much looks the part of Clark Kent. But I don't know. I've got to see more, and I do trust James Gunn because this is a guy who has introduced characters that we were just like, man, I never even heard of this character, and then now they're some of the most popular characters in the world. I got to see more. I know there's more to go. I mean, I've seen clips of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, one of the Green Lanterns, and I mean, it's pretty spot on. I just wish they would have casted Nathan. I wish this movie would have been done years ago when Nathan Fillion was a slightly younger man, because like he would have fit that role 120% perfectly. But he's not. I think he's going to do a good job. This Superman trailer, I need more because honestly, I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch it until maybe about an hour ago. So I've got to see more before I can make a final assessment. But if I had to pick feeling it or nah, right now it's a nah.
Mace, how you feeling?
I'm gonna go the opposite on Tia, just about on Lex Luthor. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on our Lex just yet, bro. He really gonna have to put on a masterclass as Lex Luthor, bro, because I don't think. Obviously, we know that Lex Luthor is the main Superman villain out there, but I don't think people really realize how much Lex Luthor makes a Superman movie. I think his performance is going to be a big tell in how this movie is looked at long term. But I am feeling it, and because I'm tired of origin stories. I'm glad we're not getting an origin story. I'm done with that, bro. We know my man. We know about this already. I don't want to see another origin story. So I'm glad we're starting at a point where we're not having to like learn about Superman for the first time. Happy about that. So I'm feeling it. I'm not going to say I trust James Gunn just yet until I see the second movie in this DC universe. You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of continuity are we adding from this first Superman movie? Until then, I can't trust it because all the DC movies are just all over the place. So if the continuity ain't right, we're going to have some real questions. But last little note, I'm probably more excited for the Jon Stewart Green Lantern series, more so than the Superman movie, or seeing any other version of the Green Lantern in the DC universe. Like, I'm probably more excited for that than I am this movie. But yeah, I'm feeling the trailer. I think I'm pleasantly optimistic about this movie.
So I am kind of at a waiting to see with it because there's parts of it that I liked and there's parts of it that I didn't. Like Mace, I agree with you on the Lex Luthor thing. He's gonna have to show me, like, because I agree that is one of the biggest things that actually gets missed in a lot of these Superman movies is you can't just have a dope Superman. You also have to have a great Lex Luthor. I think that's part of the reason that the last Superman movie, the set of Superman movies failed, is because that was a awful choice for Lex Luthor up front. One thing that people always get twisted about Lex Luthor that bothers me. He is not some skinny little nerd. This nigga be hitting the weights. Okay?
Actually.
Time out. Let me finish, nigga. How he is represented to us in the versions of things that have been enjoyed. This is a nigga that hits the weights. This isn't some nigga that's some soft, little scary boy. Okay, I was gonna say something else. I had to catch myself. Okay, but nah, bruh. The best presentation of Lex Luthor was in the Justice League animated show. And was he a little, ooh, I'm scary? No. Lex Luthor was a presence. So again, I got questions on what his performance is going to be.
Lex Luthor in the Justice League reminds me of Dana White after his steroid cycles.
Nigga, hush. nigga, hush. I'm trying to finish my point. Nigga, hush. But you're right though. But yeah, I like how to your point, Mace. I like how it's being presented, right? I do. I appreciate the fact that we are getting past these origin stories. And that's one thing that I think is giving me a little bit of optimism towards this entire James Gunn approach, which is that we're not doing origin stories again. We're accepting that most of these stories people know where the guys are from. He respects his audience enough to say, I don't need to give you an origin story. You know where this person comes from. There's plenty of places you can look up the origin story. I'm trying to give you some of the dope stories now. So now, instead of it, and this is one of the things that gives me optimism, right? Instead of us having to wait to set up Justice League and introduce all these characters, he's doing it from the approach of all of these people already exist. We're not going to treat you like you're stupid, right? They exist here. So now we can just do they can do the movie in a more timely fashion and not have to do an extended version where, it's this super long build up to like a Thanos. It's like, no, now we can get a Justice League movies, you know, and we built, and that fourth movie is the Justice League movie fighting the big bad. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to do all this universe setup that then leads you to the Thanos fight.
If you were now, obviously I know who I'm picking, but like if you were to do a Justice League movie and have the big bad, who are you taking the actual big bad of the DC universe, or are we taking some of the smaller big bads first? Because I'm just curious about that, because there are a couple people that can fit, but there's one name in all of DC that if you're doing a Thanos level event, you use that person, you use that man. So
I'll throw a name out there. I say they use Brainiac first.
Yes, absolutely.
First.
He's so furious. He's so furious.
If we get Apocalypse right off the jump, bro.
Okay, Darkseid. I'm not talking about, and mind you, I understand what you're saying with Brainiac.
Or Darkseid. Still, I said Apocalypse.
But let's say, hey, it's easy. He runs Apocalypse. All good. My thing is, and the reason why I threw my headset off was because I wouldn't want a Justice League movie with Brainiac. Like that to me is a Superman movie. You can have Superman with one other person. I wouldn't want Brainiac as that. And I know like people are gonna be like, but the Injustice games and Brainiac's this level of a threat. No, I think Brainiac needs to be. We could. Brainiac needs to be solely with Superman because that's a Kryptonian villain. That's a Kryptonian program. So let the Kryptonian handle that. Let everybody else worry about the universal threat. So let's see. or if anything, I would say personally, if you're going to build up a Justice League movie, why not give them the Injustice Society? You know, or as we grew up knowing them in Super Friends, the Legion of Doom. Give us that, because now we get to see the villains team up. We get to see the heroes team up, because that's something we were really robbed of. We were robbed of two things with the last set of DCU movies, and that is we were robbed of getting the Injustice Society, and we were robbed of getting Darkseid in the Justice League movies. Because there was supposed to be multiple.
Here's why I say Brainiac, because I feel like you have to put Brainiac is a good way to lead into those bigger like team ups, because he has the he essentially has the brain power to see ahead, to see that if I don't win today, I'm gonna win tomorrow because of X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Brainiac is the perfect villain to like set up a Legion of Doom or a Injustice Guild or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
The reason I'm leaning that way is because if you go back and watch that trailer, I'm pretty sure we see Brainiac in it, and I don't see him exposing Brainiac as his like big villain form to us like that. Because if he was going to do Brainiac, we would like, as the big villain, we wouldn't have seen him in the trailer, right? So I think that would be perfect, because you can talk about how he fought Brainiac, and then Brainiac's gone off into space. Everybody thinks he's gone. Everybody thinks he's destroyed, but he's not. We always know if there's a crumb of Brainiac left, he's going to come back, right? So I think that's why you do it as that setup, T, because like you said, you don't want to do Darkseid right up front. You want to save Darkseid as like your guy for the second big bad, right? As that second menacing force that really challenges the Justice League, because you can also then start involving Darkseid's minions in a way that actually makes sense and not making it feel forced.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because I want to see a live action version of G. Gordon Godfrey. I want to see a live action version of Granny Goodness. I want to see a live action version of oh God, what's the name? What's the name? Oh my God. Decide. I want to see those, you know, because I'll be honest with you. Like I say, I enjoyed the animated versions of those characters. I don't need to see Steppenwolf, because you know what? We saw Steppenwolf in the original in the Justice League movie, and you know how low down Steppenwolf was in the ranking system. He was. I'll put it to you like this.
And comparatively speaking, he was essentially a grunt.
To put it in sports term, that motherfucker was on the practice squad, and I know I get a fine. I don't care. I think he was on the practice squad. That's what Steppenwolf was. He was that guy that just happened to make the team on the day. Oh, we signing you to a 10-day contract.
He runs down on kickoffs. He runs down on kickoffs, and that's it.
Yup, that's Steppenwolf. That is Steppenwolf.
My man's a special teamer.
I mean, look. Here's the best up part. Here's the worst part about it. I actually can't disagree with T. He's right. Like, he totally is. Like, Steppenwolf is a bum, bro. Like, what? That was part of my issue with that whole thing that they even used him. It was like, why are we doing some bum that is just a grunt and trying to act like this guy is really tough? No one's scared of Steppenwolf. Get out of my face.
Like I say, if they were going to start with, if I personally would have picked Granny Goodness to be the person that would have led you into that, because, like I say, let's say if you go Granny Goodness, because G. Gordon Godfrey ain't really a fighter. If you ever paid attention, G. Gordon Godfrey ain't really a fighter. He's that person that manipulates the situation. Granny Goodness, though, trains Darkseid's Furies, and so you could have the Furies coming and mollywhopping everybody, and then Granny Goodness is the person. She's just like, oh, you think I'm bad? Wait till you meet my master, and then you're like, hold on, there's somebody worse than this. You know, like
while I will say, Baby James, you have a great point here. That would be a viable strategy, but if you go back, I've watched that Justice League series 2 or 3 times, right?
Only 2 or 3?
Yeah, you go back and watch it all. That would be a hard sell to necessarily present all of that they were doing. Like that's a lot. That's a lot.
I'll say this, as far as The only reason why I think they can't follow the animated movies is because those are already established. Like he can't go out and disrespect the fans by saying, I'm just gonna give you these reprinted goodies in live action form. I think that'd be a disrespect to the fans. I think so I mean, like I said, sure, if you want to like kind of lead that way, fair enough. But like kind of following the script, like that whole following the script, I don't think he can do that. I think he knows he can't do that.
True. All right, so I got to ask here. We're fastly approaching this Netflix premiere for Raw. Mace, let's start there with you. Is your boy the Boulder going to be there?
Of course he is, bro. There's no way that they gonna premiere on Netflix and not have the Boulder out there, dog. In some way, form, he's going to appear. Maybe it's in the last act of the show that night. I don't know. Or maybe he starts to show off. Start out with a bang. You know what I'm saying? But he's gonna be there. There's no way they premiere on Netflix and he doesn't show up. I just don't see it happening.
T, you look like you're pondering pretty hard there.
The only issue, and I 100% agree, he's showing up. But the only issue I'm having is when. Because, I mean, they've essentially said that Rollins and Punk are main eventing the Netflix show. So then that's the question is when are Roman and Solo having their match, you know? Because it's like, well, if you're going to close the show with Seth and Punk, then where are you putting
Nigga,
Solo
if you
and
don't
Roman?
answer the question I asked you,
I did answer the question.
Be there, nigga.
Did you not hear the first thing?
Because you said a whole bunch after that and started not dealing with the match. Is The Rock gonna be there?
I said at the beginning, yes, I agree. He gonna be there. I'm just wondering
nigga,
when.
now tell me when. I don't need you to give me a whole prognostication about when it can happen because this is the main event. Nigga, we know they can move stuff around. What? When is he coming? When?
On the Netflix
When is he coming out? Is he coming out at the end of the show or the beginning of the show or the middle? When, nigga?
Around the Roman and Solo match.
Well, if here, bro, I'll clear this up. If we know Seth and Punk are ending the show, then he's got to come out at the beginning of the show because he really don't got ties to that match. So it's got to be at the beginning. Then I'm gonna answer it for him since T don't want to answer the question. I'll clear up all the confusion. We starting the show off with the Boulder.
Okay. See, you see that? You see how he answered that? You see that? You see how he gave an answer?
Hey, I answered. You just didn't like it.
You gave us a bunch of word salad, and I just stripped away all those extra little fixings.
Y'all better sprinkle some vinaigrette dressing on it and eat that.
I took
that
the
word
dressing
salad
off, and I took all those extra things that people throw in salads for no reason, and just gave you the goods.
Let's say,
time.
I don't sprinkle
what are the extra things that are getting thrown in salads that aren't good? I don't know, bro,
but it just sounded good when I said it.
I was just wondering, like, had you ran across a salad where you were like, why is this even in here? Like, I was just curious. I didn't know.
Why are banana peppers in salads?
For flavor and to spice it up. Yeah. You better stop acting like you don't like spicy food, nigga. Stop it.
I'm not saying I don't like spicy foods. I just don't think banana peppers have a place in high society. Sorry.
In high society?
I'm sorry, bro.
Society is the place they do belong. People be smoking.
I don't even know what to say to that. Hey, see, look. See? Look, Damien had your back. T, you see that? Damien had your back.
I saw that. I see that.
He had your back. He was like, see. And then of course, I thank you, Damian. I'm glad you put this man in his place. I'm glad. And then to rally up here, this was Baby James's thoughts. You are correct, Baby James, but again, if you go back and watch that show, you will understand why it would be hard pressed to present those shows. It'd be hard pressed to present it in that way, even those movies, because the movies and the shows were aligned, right? So if you go back and watch all of that, that's a lot of content that got jammed in very, very, very quickly. Like sometimes you could go through a whole, what could be like maybe something that could be presented as a 3 to 4 episode arc, and it was done in one episode. Sometimes it was done in a half episode. So that's a hard pace to keep up because they gave us a lot of stuff to set up that world. But we got to get moving here because we got the last couple minutes of the show coming up. This week's games, we've already seen some games. I don't think we need to talk about any of them that happened because it was a poop show for every game except for the Bengals and Broncos this week before Sunday. So, yeah, we'll just keep it moving. Cowboys and Eagles, Mace, who you got?
This is hard, man. Kenny Pickett starting. We ain't losing to Kenny Pickett, man. But I don't need the Cowboys to win, but we ain't losing to Kenny Pickett, dog. I just don't see it.
T, who you got?
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mace. Y'all losing to Kenny Pickett, bro. Because Saquon, and it's not going to be because Kenny Pickett balled out. It's because Saquon about to go crazy. So, yeah. Panthers at Bucks. Mace, who you got?
I got the Bucks, man. I gotta shrug my shoulders on that one.
He doesn't even sound like he believed himself there.
I don't. I really don't, bro. But I don't believe it, bro. But we gonna get chip on the shoulder Baker again. You know, he's back to his normal chip on my shoulder guy again. So,
goodness gracious. T, who you got?
All I'm gonna say is this: I don't need a butcher or a candlestick maker. I got a baker.
This.
I'm Bucks, nigga. I'm just moving on. That's at Bills. Mace, who you got?
Bills.
Bills.
See, you see what you did? You got Damien over here dying. See that? He went with your dad joke with your dude, nigga. Get out of my face.
I say, we all going Bills on this game like we Destiny Child in the 90s.
Yeah, it's Bills. This next game doesn't even matter. That game doesn't matter. So Colts at Giants, who you got?
The Colts. Giants trying to make sure they get that number 1 pick, bro.
Colts. So it's a Colts sweep. Raiders at Saints. That game doesn't even matter. So I'm not going to ask either of you to pick. Titans at Jaguars doesn't matter either. Dolphins at Browns.
You talking about the habitual biter don't matter, bro. Spencer Rattler don't matter, though.
Bruh.
You know he bro. I swear, I bet you he bite his teammates. I know he does.
You only saying that. You only saying that for Devo.
I know he has bit one of his teammates.
Look,
I know for a fact he has, bro.
Talking about, hey, Weezy, you shouldn't be drinking this early in the day to say something like this.
Yeah, for real.
You should not be drinking this early in the day that you saying something like that, brother. You need to stop that, okay? And nah, brother. The Giant, you might want to go watch the Giants, brother. You might want to go watch the Giants because you wouldn't say that if you watched that team. I mean, there is some truth, brother, but no, y'all bad. But who else we got here? All right, so let's get to some games that matters. All right, so Packers at Vikings. Mace, who you got?
That's tough. Where they playing at?
Packers at Vikings, nigga, is what I said.
My bad, bro. Minnesota. I got Minnesota right here. They at home. My bad, brothers.
T, who you got?
I'll put you like this. I believe in Sam Darnold like I believe in Harvey Dent.
I don't even know what that means, nigga. Who do you have?
The Vikes.
All right, cool.
You believe in Joe
Yeah.
Henry?
Yes, I do.
I'm taking the Vikings. Jordan Love is still too much of a trick-or-treating quarterback for me, bro. He really is. When he gets you with that treat, it's good. But boy, them tricks be be a rough day. All right, we got Falcons at Commanders. Mace, who you got?
I got the Commanders.
I got to go with the Commanders. I
just want to point this out, Mace. When he don't, we got to murder this man in the chat. Let me screenshot that right now. Let me just go ahead, screenshot that. Since he want to say some dumb stuff, since he want to act like he ain't got no sense, that's fine. That's fine, brother. Got that screenshot. All right. Oh, goodness, I got a sidetracked here. Falcons at Commanders. Mace, who you got?
Oh, Commanders.
T, who you got?
Commanders.
Yeah, I'm taking the Commanders. I don't trust Michael Penix. This nigga's picking losers all day. That's all I can say. Weezy is clearly drunk this early in the day. Lions at 49ers. Mace, who you got?
The Lions, bro.
All right. T, who you got?
I say you got to go with the Lions. Got to.
It is a sweep for the man Campbells around here then. That being said, make sure you like, subscribe us, rate us, review us. If you only give us 4 stars, if you don't give us 5 stars, I'm inclined to think you are a hater. Mace, tell the people where to find you.
Twitter, funky_stuff09, Twitch, twitch.tv/swaggymace. Hit your boy up.
T, tell the people where to find you.
Find me on Twitter at The Real Trade Camp 24/7, and also find me on Instagram at tcampbell_ITC.
Make sure you like, subscribe, rate us, review us, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time that we go live. We are live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central, 12 o'clock Eastern, taking you into your football Sunday. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is another resounding episode of your favorite weekly sports show, and that is ITC
Sportsball.
God,
Yeah.
this again.